So for my project, I did the operating system, and I made just about 3 or 4 different types of operating systems, but they're all the same. One for the computer, one for the phone, tablet, and another for like a game console of some sort. So here are all the icons that I have made. Like we have like a camera that's like probably for like the phone. We have the calendar app. Then we have like the battery for the phone or tablet. Then we have like a clock, computer settings, obviously for the computer. Email, I've got to get rid of these, but this was like the original concept for it, but I changed it to like entirely purple just so it can like stick with like all the rest of the icons. We have like a photo gallery that is obviously for the phone or maybe the iPad tablet. This here's like the games. Again, here's the original concept for it and the logo, not specifically for this icon, but for the entire project as a whole. We have internet, which could be for anything, maybe even, I don't think I added this to the game console, but maybe it would have been a good idea. We have messaging, have music, we have the notes, like a notes app. I was originally going to call it like a journal, but I decided to call it like the notes. It's nothing like the typical notes app that you would find on like any other computer. It's like kind of something along the lines of like, what is it called? Microsoft Word. There it is. We have like the settings, which could be used for any of the 4 operating system items. We have like the trash bin, which is specifically for the computer, and we have the weather app, which I ended up adding for the phone and tablet. And that's pretty much it for the icons. So here is my desktop operating system. Let me just zoom in. So here is the login screen. This is like the pre-login screen, and then we have like the login entered. I'm not sure what this cute little box is right here, but it doesn't show up in the actual project. At least I hope not, and I didn't see it. So here we have like the home screen, like the main screen, the desktop screen, you know. And here are just about almost all of the icons that I have created for the desktop, including the little trash bin. At the bottom we have the logo itself, and then we have like anything that you would see on like an actual like PC, like the date, the time, etc. Scroll over here, and then we have the first little app that would pop up, or window rather, and this is like the notes app. And then, like I said before, it's pretty much just like something along the lines of like Google Docs or a Microsoft Word. And then we have like the email window, which could be found which is like right there. And basically it's just like Outlook or Gmail or Yahoo Mail, you know, just like your basic email whatevers. Next we have the phone operating system, which is basically the same thing, but instead it's vertical. So we have the logo on the home, on like the lock screen, along with like the time and the date. For some reason my brain thought that this was like due on the 17th of December, which is like literally this week, but it isn't. But yeah, well, actually I think I only put this here because that was like the last day of the semester. So here's the second screen. We have the battery icon, and we have like your typical 4G data symbols and whatnot, and along with the time. And here is where you can enter in your code. Obviously it can just be anything since it's not real. So we have the home screen, and as you can see we have like extra icons that I featured before, and for this one I chose to do like the weather app and the messaging app, and I wanted to do some kind of like cute weather type like background for it. Let's see, the background is very much blurred and the text is not. And then we have messaging, like your typical iMex message or just like your basic texting, which isn't too special. You have the logo up there and everything. So here's the tablet. Basically the same thing for the phone, where it's like the home, like the first screen, load up screen that you see, except it doesn't have like the date and the time. And then it has like the code, like enter your code, and pretty much it's like the phone, but kind of laid out a little bit different. I don't remember, like, did I put that? I did, but it's just like, it's like a little bit smaller since it's on a tablet. I didn't know, like, did not know that it was supposed to be like vertical and not horizontal. Okay, so we have the settings. And your basic, like, wireless setting, like your Wi-Fi, your sound and notifications, your display, privacy, storage, date, like change your date and time. And I also did the calendar app, which isn't too special. It's kind of bland, but the calendar app is never, like, supposed to be, like, extravagant anyway. And last but not least, here's the gaming console. So whenever you quote-unquote come in, you're going to see the logo, of course, and then you're going to enter in your passcode, whatever that is. And I also added in like the typical here comes your like that's your passcode, and you press A to continue, depending on like whatever console this is. And you have like your home screen and like the games that you probably have on your screen. You have like the user, like your profile, and how many friends are online. You have like your little achievements, your settings, and the power. And there goes the like the Wi-Fi signal and the time. In this case, I chose the Ghost of Tsushima because that is a really good game. Oh yeah, and just again, want to go back to the home screen instead of like clicking on like the home button, because I don't think my thing would ever consist of a home button, but I feel like it probably should. But yeah, just go back to the home by pressing B instead of having to find a home button. This project was a mess for me personally because I had to go back and redo all of these. But all in all, this was a very interesting project. I've never done anything like this. So everything doesn't look too professional. And I hope that it doesn't have to look too professional, considering I'm not, this is new to me. But I did have some kind of fun with it, considering it was my first time making something like this. Would I do this again? Probably. Not, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. But all in all, this was my project, and I hope that this is okay. Maybe if I ever do this again, it would be a little bit better. Hopefully I can like learn some new stuff before I could like ever do this again.